Alright, greetings to my fellow Peace Blunderers. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday night? Most likely Wednesday night for many. Wednesday afternoon, likely Wednesday, Thursday morning, I guess. Late night stream, everyone. And yeah, welcome. It's Thursday for people in Asia. Chester's Brutal is here. Our name Jews here. Yeah, it's a late night stream for me. It's still Wednesday, but you know, like I said, these are going to be rather unpredictable. These are going to be sometimes, you know, some weird times where I'm going to stream because my availability is chaotic to say the least. We've got Black Bat in the chat. We've got Kanak in the chat. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How you doing? I'm not recognizing your nickname. Where do you come from? I mean, I'm guessing you come from Asia. 2 hours ahead of me. I would say, what is it? The sort of Saudi? Is it the Saudi Arabias? The Emirates? Is that what is going to be 2 hours ahead of me these days? Probably, maybe. Well, I don't know. Or your Lebanons and somewhere in the Middle Asia, perhaps. As far as drop in and say hi, yes, absolutely appreciate that. Wednesday is the most midday of the week. Yeah, funnily enough, I basically never stream almost on Wednesdays for that specific reason. You know, Wednesdays for me are usually a bit different. So yeah. How is everybody doing? If your day is basically finishing very, very soon, how has your Wednesday been? Blackback, can I play you? Yes, of course, but a little bit later. You know, we just started the stream, we're just warming up. I'm gonna get a couple of normal games. How are you guys doing? And yes, welcome to our marathon day 3. I barely made it, but I did make it. We still have a good 90 minutes here in Poland of Wednesday left. So yes. Your chess videos are great. Eager to see you play. You might be very disappointed, but thank you. Thank you. Could you please tell me more about yourself? Like, where do you come from? How long are you playing chess? Etc. etc. So yeah, let's start with whoa, Fianchetto winning against it. What? I literally never see that. Wait, you're from Poland? I have a friend from Poland who also plays chess. Well, yeah, I am from Poland. I'm not Polish, but I'm living in Poland right now. Yes. I am Indian, and I have been playing for a year. So you are Indian. I really, is India only 2 hours ahead of me? Sounds a bit off, but okay. May sound a little bit off. Nice. I've always wanted to visit Poland. So what? My opponent's just gonna exchange everything? Is that what it's all about? I don't know. I'm not liking this approach. I'll be totally honest. A bit meh. Okay. What's in it? What's in it for you? You said you wanted to visit Poland for a while. Do you have any specific reason, or you just heard of Poland being a decent country to visit? Because let's face it, Poland ain't gonna be on many people's, you know, top destination list. Speedrun to an endgame, yeah, something like that. I'm a little bit confused. Like, why would they? I don't know. This could not be that easy position that they think it's gonna be. Even with my ruined pawn structure and me unable to castle, simply because I've got the bishop here, which, you know, okay, may not be very easy to use necessarily, but we'll see. Connect 4, not anymore. Yeah, but although, yeah, my my pawn structure leaves a lot to be desired. My pawn structure does leave a lot to be desired. Where do I want to put my bishop? Do I want to put it on f3? It's quite aggressive. Do I want to just go back? Probably I want to keep it for a while on this long diagonal, and then we'll see. Because of the flats, something apparently they're really big and nice. Flats. You sure you didn't mean anything else? Flats. I never heard anyone wanting to visit a country because of flats. Because you know, when you go to a country, you don't. Let me put this bishop there. Very, very nice bishops. You know, flats don't really. It shouldn't really concern you because you know when you are a visitor, you're not going to live in a flat. Well, you're going to live in a hostel or in a hotel. Hey, I don't know. He said you were nice. I think. No, I don't wanna be negative for no reason, but I think you know flats in Poland are just your normal European flats. I don't know. I have nothing to say to that. Yeah. So my pawn structure is a bit iffy, and I'm sort of paying for that in that sense. The knight is coming in there. My bishops haven't found a home for themselves. But maybe I could try still and salvage something out of this. Flat land, plains. No, flat as an apartment, I assume. I gotta go. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a shame that you can't stay for any longer, but then it's understandable because it's late night. Wherever you are. So, yeah. There you go. I don't know. Should I try and save the pawn and allow... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. So yeah, it takes another pawn. We're 2 pawns down, but even then, it may not be all over with regards to this game. It may not be all over. I just want to get rid of this pawn. Yes, thank you very much. Just want to get rid of this pawn, and yeah. With 2 bishops, it might be holdable if I have enough time. Unfortunately, I don't have it. With 2 bishops, it might be holdable. Like, this is the wrong colored bishop. The bishop doesn't control the queening square. That's why it's not as easy to queen that pawn as my opponent would have liked. But yeah, just got flagged. Yeah, it's not a draw, but it may be holdable if your opponent starts making mistakes. Your voice is very soothing and nice to listen to. Well, I do encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already, Kanak, and I do encourage you to like the stream before you leave and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next ones. That's the only way I can get to 50. That's the only way. That is with your help. I can't do it alone. I need 50 other people. So there you go. Yeah. And especially today, I think it's going to be quite a niche stream because a lot of people in Asia are asleep, and you know, the people in Asia constitute a lot of my audience. That's why yeah, today's stream is not going to be having many people around probably, but we'll see. Anyway, first game is done. Yeah, I'm a bit sluggish. I haven't played much chess today at all. I've been quite busy, hence the late night stream. Couldn't do it any earlier. If I wanted. So, we're getting a fork beer transposing into a quasi-modern. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if push or takes. Takes. Okay. Takes it is. Takes it is. So I'm temporarily down a pawn. Yeah, but looks like I'm going to win it back very shortly. So there you go. I can castle either way. Or probably not queenside anymore. Not after this. And you know, with the pawns being where they are, protecting that dark square diagonal, you kind of want to castle queenside, sorry, kingside anyway, in this sort of setup. In the meantime, can I try and harass this queen perhaps? I don't like this queen. I don't like what it's doing there on e6. I don't like what it's doing there on e6. Already subscribed, thank you very much. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know if you heard me saying that, but I literally said 2 hours ahead of me, you must be from the south, from the Arabian Peninsula. Like I thought Saudi Arabia or the Emirates, and you just confirmed that being the Emirates. So yeah, there you go. Because I know that India shouldn't be only 2 hours ahead of me unless I'm missing something. Yeah. At the moment, we're trying to harass this queen. Yeah, bishop here is a possibility. Bishop here is a possibility, but has to be a bit careful. In my opinion. In my opinion, I just wonder what we can try and do here. At the very least, we could try and play queen e2. Not making the development of anything very easy. Like this knight is a little bit sus. Like you can't castle right now, even if you want. And usually to protect this knight on e7, you could play knight c6. But guess what? The guy can't play it because the c6 has been played. So untangling this position ain't the easiest job in the world, and king f8 is probably a fair solution. King f8 is probably a fair solution, but we can try and keep the pressure on with rook e1. Now this knight is even more precariously situated. I just maybe, I don't know, that knight d5 sort of runs into mate. And yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. And now, I mean, there are all kinds of discoveries that I've got, but unfortunately, the obvious ones, they don't work. That's why I suppose the easiest thing to do is to play bishop c1, perhaps, so that, you know, the queen is more or less, queen there. That ain't great. Yeah, resigns immediately. Yeah, because whenever the queen goes, wherever, sorry, the queen goes, this is going to be a problem. And yeah, probably resignable. Because you can take really either with the rook or with the knight. Probably taking with the rook is better. How about now? Sorry. Late night streaming is getting on to me as well. I mean, like, yeah, sure, we can do now. Usually I would say give me a couple more games, but since it's a late night stream, although you're a Canadian, so you don't care. Why would you care about that? What time is it in Canada? Is it supposed to be maybe around 4 or 5? Is it supposed to be like 4 or 5 ish? So we've got the accepted KG. It's not even 3. Wow. You what, West Coast you are? This is an interesting move. By interesting, I mean, yeah, looking quite dubious. Can't say I'm unhappy about that. Alright, this is also not particularly great. Not particularly great. Black Bat, you haven't played me in a while. You haven't been on my streams in a while. And I guess you completely forgot about how to deal with the KG, if you ever knew that. You are streaming a bit late today. Hi Deadlock, that is correct. That's the nature of that marathon. Sometimes it's completely, you know, random times. And that's why also I don't ever stream on Wednesdays. Like if you know when I usually stream, your Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. Wednesdays aren't ever part of that equation because Wednesdays are a bit different for me. And yeah, this is as early as I could have done this stream today. There you go. How you doing, Deadlock? What's up with you? Alright, so I can, at the very least, I can play e5. At the very least. I need to be careful about problems with the f2 square, like if the knight comes in and the f2 square is protected, then, you know, there might be trouble. Fine, how about you? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired. But, you know, that's because it's quite late. So it's nothing really. Yeah, so like I said, knight f2, but knight f2 at the moment doesn't really work because, you know, it's unprotected. It's just that if the bishop was on b6 and the pawn was in there, the diagonal was open, knight f2 would have been quite annoying with king on h1. But now knight f2 is just a non-threat. So it looks like the diagonal is about to be opened up. But before that, I am going to play maybe in that. So, but if I play knight there, problem is like d5 is a bit of a annoying move. No, let's play there. If d5 ever happens, I think it only benefits me long term. Like, okay, it stops that threat, but it creates some other problems for black. Like, it locks the pawn chain down, which isn't a great thing. And, you know, I can always reroute my bishop here. Why not? There's also a discovered attack on the knight, but it is defended, so it's a minor thing in the position. Also, guys, you know, today's a late night stream. I don't expect too many people to be here, honestly, because, you know, I've got a lot of people watching from Asia and Europe. Only people from Americas, you know, and you Canadas will be here mostly. So, you know, likes are as crucial as they've ever been. So yeah, please like the stream if you're just enjoying yourself a little bit, and yeah, thank you very much. I hope you're doing nicely. All right, so we've got this going on. I'm almost tempted to like sacrifice something here, but I don't wanna throw away my pieces just for the sake of it. Sorry, it's the second time I'm yawning. That's not great. Let's ask some questions of this knight. This knight doesn't have that many squares. This knight ain't got that many squares. Probably like if it takes e5 now. Probably as the best sort of middle ground. Yeah, that. It takes, and yeah, let's just take, and it's, boy, there's all sorts of trouble for that king. I don't want to be that king right now. For sure. Yeah, this is nice and all, but I've got other checks and other threats. So for example, this one I can do if I so wish. This check with the rook. And like there's just a myriad of possibilities. I can take the queen, I can take the bishop even. If I want to be really nasty. Because there aren't that many squares for that king. You can block maybe with the bishop as a temporary solution. But oh no. It's just a bit late, but I am back. Welcome back, Eerie. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. What is take the bishop? Says Black Bat. No, thank you. I'd like to take the queen. How are you doing? How has your day been? And thank you for coming, even though it's quite late. Thank you. So yeah, at this stage, the game is just a technicality. The king is stuck in the center. I can even do this. I've been allowed to do that. I could do this, and is there some sort of mate looming? My queen is a little bit stuck on b3 there. So yeah, I guess I'll just take. I'll play this. And I'll play this. And I'll play this. And this. There is no mate that I can see. But it's okay. It's important not to stalemate, but alright, the stream should be up. The stream should be up, back up. Let me know, please let me know, guys, in the chat if the stream is back up. We had a slight connection issue there. Yeah, late night streaming do be like that. But yeah, late nights isn't usually the time when you expect these things to happen with the connection. But yeah, we are supposedly back. And yeah, Eerie, I don't know if you heard me answering that. Thank you for asking, and my day was okay. Just a bit tired because it's, you know, late night. We're approaching the end of the day. So, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? It's late night Wednesday, so it only makes sense that maybe you're starting to, you know, map out some stuff that you want to do on the weekend, like your Saturdays and your Sundays. Do you want to become a GM? I don't think that's very realistic. Actually, I answered this kind of question, yesterday. Someone asked me about my aspirations of becoming a title player, and I told them, like, if I am realistic, like, the probability of me getting a title, not a GM title. Why does chess.com keep saying that some settings fail to load? Please refresh the page. Stop doing that. It's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Refreshing. Again. Jesus. And it also spams this message to me. Not great. I said, like, FIDE Master, for example. FIDE Master, like the lowest title if you don't count your candidate and national masters. The lowest title I can attain, FIDE Master, I would say the probability of me ever getting it is like 2%. And if it's 2% for FIDE Master, I have no idea how much it's gonna be for GM. Like 0.000. Like I'm too old. Try playing the Sicilian with white. I don't think that's very possible. Playing the Sicilian with white, what is that supposed to be? Alright, Gabriel from, is that Peru? Yes, it is Peru. 1875. What's this? Wow. What's this about? You can get there if you really want to. I mean, the only thing that is close to the Sicilian with white is like c3, e5. Like a very kind of situation, although this is very confusing. I don't know what this is about. What? Okay. Okay. We'll just do that. Okay. Bishop. Jesus Christ! Already confusing me. I think it should be fine if I do this. It's like bishop takes. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. So my opponent is basically down a piece, and yeah. Now they're gonna go all berserk. Because they got nothing else to do. And I don't know what sometimes you want to tuck away your king there or there. And I'm trying to decide. The worst thing that can happen now is that I lose on time. The position becomes so confusing that I keep thinking a lot. And I don't want to lose on time. I don't. That would be awful. That would be awful. Yeah, let's take this pawn. Let's do this check. Let's play rook. I'll play here first. Bishop e3 is begging to be played almost, although it doesn't get played. My knight is doing a very good job of defending some key squares around the king. Like for example, queen h5 check ain't that possible. I don't know what my opponent is doing, I'm perfectly honest. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. So yeah, let's take this. And let's take this. So with queens off the board, maybe a little bit easier to breathe, but still far from over. Still far from over. It looks like, you know, this knight I'm still controlling, more or less. Still controlling the situation with the knight. And maybe just someone's having one of those weird days where they want to experiment with some crazy stuff, which I don't mind. I don't mind, especially if you get to be on the winning side of things. So the knight is threatening that pawn. I don't care massively about it. I don't massively care about it. I'm just trying to threaten something. Put my rook on the 7th. And they tried to threaten some stuff on the 7th. The knight did take away the square from me quite annoyingly. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. That's interesting. That is interesting. Once I get doubled up here, if I'm allowed to, like the only thing to probably disallow it is to play rook d1 to stop me from doubling up on the 7th, and that did not happen. And that did not happen. I'm just wondering, yeah, it's not very easy to stop some of my threats now. Not very easy to stop some of them. Play here. 39 seconds. Yeah, the only saving grace from my opponent is the time. This is what I said at the very beginning. If I'm in this position where I'm just totally confused and I have got no idea what's going on, what my opponent is doing, then yeah, whatever this thing was with knight there is beyond me. But okay, how about we play here? I'm fully expecting him to take my knight. Yes. Yeah, that was a bit predictable, to be honest. That was a little bit predictable. The plan is, well, depending on what my opponent does, but the plan is to play this, just to deliver mate, because e1 is now protected by my bishop. So yeah, that's basically the plan. This check doesn't do much. Just gonna tuck my king away over here. Yeah. It's gonna be alright, so it's trying to be a bit resistant. Okay. Trying to be a bit resistant. Just gonna do it a slightly different way then. Gonna do it a slightly different way. 14 seconds. I'm telling you, this is just written in the stars. Am I just gonna lose on time? Because I'm slow and bad. Let's hope not. I'm gonna try and play a bit quicker. This pawn doesn't seem to bother me, really. This pawn does not seem to bother me. There'll be some checks. Yeah, some captures and some checks again. So, no, not any checks anymore. Okay. At the very least, I have a draw in hand. But I should be able to win this. Not very easy to stop the mate now. Yep. Yep, there you go. Sheesh. Oh, for a second there I thought I'm going to lose on time. Or, like, be forced to take a draw by repetition. Because I don't have much time. But yeah, it looked like finally we did the thing. So if I'm not too energetic. Because yeah, it is a little bit late. And yeah. For that stupid game. Jesus. I don't know what my opponent was trying to achieve. I don't know. Also, I just realized that, look, your last message was probably referring to me getting a title than getting a Sicilian with white. Because I read it first as you referring to the Sicilian with white, like you can get there if you really want to. Yeah, I was confused. Yeah, I just misread that. I just realized. Kyle, welcome to the stream. How's your filming been? How was it? How was it yesterday? And no problem, no problem. Like I am streaming very late today, so how are you doing? Yeah, we are streaming very late, uncharacteristically late. It's the latest I've ever streamed. Actually, I think we've got a person from Poland, 1984, just like the George Orwell's book. Okay. I'm taking a break from now. You should play the Botez Gambit like you did in a game against me. Yeah. I'll leave it to you, Black Bat. Let me tell you that. I'll leave it to you. I'll leave that privilege to somebody else. So they're playing this pin defense that I don't know. It's perfectly fine, but I think people give it too much credit. Some people think they're being really clever when they're playing this pin defense with bishop takes and disrupting my structure. Some people think that the Smith-Morra is basically neutralized when that happens. Well, first of all, it blunders a knight, I'm afraid. Second of all, that blunders a rook. Jesus Christ. Well, blunders an exchange at the very least. And I can play this even to save my bishop now if I'm really greedy. I don't know. Don't want that? Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? And now I can maybe play e5. Is that gonna be a bit too greedy? Yeah, and I can, well, again, at the very least, I can exchange bishops. Oh, let's do that. Hey, can we play together? Welcome to the stream, Babe Half. I'm not sure. Your nickname sounds vaguely familiar. So, like, maybe I've seen you before? Yeah, I think I might have. But if you're new to the stream, welcome. Where'd you come from? Trade bishop. And yes, we can play, of course. We can. We play viewers all the time. That's what we do. Let's challenge that knight. Probably knight. No, knight. I was expecting knight b2, but this also works. But now my knight is getting a very nice square over there. What's up, Mr. Streamer? How are you doing, Snom? What's up with you? A little bit of a late night stream today for all the good people of the world. Yo, Fireball Yash, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, my friend? I'm not sure I'm recognizing your nickname. So I'm assuming you're new. Where do you come from? Yeah, this game is just a disaster. This game is just a train wreck. I don't know. I'm happy with points, but don't get me wrong. Last game, opponent sacrifices a piece for no reason on move 3, or was it move 4? I think it was move 3. This game, my opponent just blunders a lot of pieces, which can happen to people. That's okay. Obviously, man, your hacking chess tips are very good. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. The hacking chess series has died down a little bit in popularity, but yes, they are still there, and you know, you can literally, like, this is not a joke, and this is not want to play me later or now. Yes, we've got a bit of a queue now. Sure. Like, Kyle challenged me, and let's see, so Kyle challenged me, that's one. And then Vaibhav, oh sorry, it's late night, I'm bad with reading. Vaibhav wanted to play, and now Snom as well. Me after. Yeah, okay, we can play again. So, no joke, if you do watch all of the 100-ish hacking chess tips that I produced, which is only going to take you under 2 hours because they're 1 minute each, and there is like 100 of them each. No joke, you will learn so much in just under 2 hours that may just be the most useful 2 hours that you will ever get chess improvement wise. No joke, because especially some of the earlier ones, they are like really fundamental chess skills. The later ones are a bit more situational because I ran out of a basic theory to cover. But I kid you not, you go to my like first of all, the best, your TikToks won me a few games. I'm not on TikTok though. But I see what you mean. Season 1, so the first 64 hacking chess shorts, the first 64 are available through a long video, which is called just that, Hacking Chess Season 1, 64 important chess like tips and principles and something. You can find that. That was my first ever long video that I released. It was a compilation of my short, so you should definitely check that one out. There is no compilation for Season 2 because Season 2 hasn't ended yet, technically. But yeah, I sent a challenge. Yes, I know, and I do see that. First of all, 2 things. 5-minute maximum, my friend. 10 minutes is a bit too long because we've got quite a queue. And second of all, please make sure that you are challenging me to an unrated game. All right, so that you know the rating isn't affected. How many screens you have? Just one. My stream setup is very crude and is very bare bones. I'm just streaming from a laptop, and I am myself sitting on a floor. If you can't, like, I wonder if people ever notice that. Like, I've been streaming for quite a while, and only 1 or 2 people pointed that out. Do you play Pokemon? No. No, I don't play Pokemon. Pokemon was a very big thing when I was like a little kid. But Pokemon, let's face it, has kind of always been a thing. Wait, what? You're sitting on your floor? Can't you see? Can't you see that, you know, everything that is around me is hinting at me being on the floor? Like, this is a chair. Like, this is a chair. This is a table. So yes, that is correct. At least sit on your bed. Nah, I don't have like a proper table in here. So, and I spend a lot of time on the floor. Anyway, I spend a lot of time on the floor anyway, crying, crying and being depressed and miserable. But nah, I like my floor. Why do you prefer sitting on the floor? I don't prefer sitting on the floor. I just don't mind it. I think it's quite interesting. I prefer, and I can't really not sit on the floor when I stream because I don't have a proper table to do it on. I don't have a proper setup, for better or worse. What's your age? What do you think my age is? So, yes. 12. Very close. Very close. Closer than you think. Okay, let's castle. So we've got mutual attacks on these pawns. Kyle decides to defend it like this. Okay. That's an interesting decision to say the least. Oh, sorry. Well, in light of that, I can at least play Rook E8. He is 25. Some genius 19-year-old CLG. What is CLG? Student. I bet he's an old man like 79. Also very close. Funnily enough, both 12 and 79 are very close. I just exist outside. Outside. I am out of bounds. Out of your traditional bounds with regards to age. I have no age. Hi Mohammed, welcome back to the stream. That is Shovel. You rebranded yourself. You haven't been to my streams in quite a while, Mohammed. Have you been busy? And yes, Black Bat is correct. I am 25. Only recently 25. I had my birthday a couple of weeks ago. So, yes. CLG is a college. Okay. Is that like a... I've never heard of that. Is that like an Asian thing? Happy belated birthday. Yeah, thank you very much. I have been sick. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. But it's good to see that you're better now. It's good to see that you feel better now. It's nice. So I'm a pawn down against Kyle, and it would be slightly counterintuitive to be exchanging pieces once you're a pawn down. But I don't really mind that. Also, regardless of whether you are old or new, welcome to the stream. It's day 3 of our marathon of trying to get to 50 concurrent viewers. Our current record is sitting at 13, which is quite far away. You know, we're only quarter of the way in, so to speak. That's why I need every little bit of help, my beautiful people, that I can get from you. It'll be very nice if you leave a like, if you tell about the stream to your friends who play chess, so that we can grow the community and so that we have more people in our tournaments, etc, etc. I'm always open to all sorts of questions, chess questions or otherwise. And yes, I always play everyone on stream, but like everyone, all the time. Okay, but what's your age? Yeah, I said it. I guess you missed it. I said Black Bat is correct. I am 25. So yes, please do like the stream, and don't forget, also very important, don't forget to click on your notification bell, because sometimes YouTube does this silly thing that I don't like, is when people come to my streams and they like the streams, and then the next day my streams don't get shown and they forget about them, and you know, they never show up again. To battle that and to make sure that you don't miss them, please do click that bell, because that helps. Yeah, and yeah, thank you very much in advance. Thank you. I see someone shooting some confetti. Thank you. Confetti is nice. 25. Yes, I just confirmed that like 3 or 4 times. I am 25. There is a very good song that I don't expect any of you guys to know. If you do, I'd be very impressed and very amazed, but you don't. It is called just 25, this song, by The Pretty Reckless. I don't expect you to know The Pretty Reckless, the band. But if you do, then, you know, utmost respect to you. So yeah, 25 is a thong. 25 is a song that I can relate to very much these days. What do you do except chess? Well, I live, I breathe, I eat, I sleep, I work. I do adult stuff. You asking me about my hobbies or what? You asking me about my job? Like for a living? I never know how to answer this question really, because this is always quite boring. It's not that my job is boring. It's just that it's not very easy to describe. Very, like, generally speaking, I'm like a digital marketing specialist. So basically, basically what I do is I'm doing my best to help companies get a larger presence on the internet. So for example, if you have a business and you have a website that sells something, you want to help that website rank higher on Google, for example, because when people want to buy, I don't know, bikes, you want to buy a bike, and you go like bike shops near me, or like buy a bike in my city, whatever. Of course, when you do that, you don't usually go beyond the first Google page, do you? Like 99% of the time, whenever we Google something, we do not go beyond the first results page, and that is normal. That is fine, and that's basically one of the things that I do. Like, it's called search engine optimization. We're trying to get websites as close to that top, so that the websites get more traffic. And this thing involves a lot of different things. It's just a multitude of things that you do for that purpose. I hope I answered your question. Right now though, I am mostly writing articles. You could call that a bit of downshifting. I switched to a more reserved lifestyle quite recently, and my working schedule isn't as intense anymore. I resign. Yes, nice. Did Kyle ever manage to beat me or get a draw with me? Nah, so far it's just 5 out of 5 for me. GG, my friend. And yes, now I do see. Thank you for the correct challenge, Babe. Can I play you? We've got a bit of a queue, Mohammed, but of course you're welcome to join the queue. We've got 2 people in the queue. We've got Babe and Snom. I'm about to play Babe, starting with him. Yeah, just challenge me as per usual. Got it. Nice. Fearless Snowbell. Okay. Let's see if I can strike some fear into you. Fearless Snowbell. Can you analyze games? We don't usually do that. I mean, if I'm requested to take a closer look at a certain game, then yeah, we're taking a certain look. Do you have any games in particular that you're interested in? Blitz games are hard to analyze because they're Blitz games. You make mistakes all the time, and yeah. What I can do, and what I guess I am going to do, is I have a tournament. I have a tournament very, very soon. Actually, in 3 days, I have this big, serious FIDE rated classical tournament. And I had the most recent tournament that I had, it was last month. It was in June. And last time I was unavailable for the entirety of the tournament because it was in a different city and I was living in a hostel, etc. But this tournament is in my city, so I will be available. And every day, I think, if I will be bothered, I will break down my over-the-board classical games on stream if people are into that kind of thing. If they're not, then we're not going to do that. So yeah. How do you make chess seem fun again? I'm starting to play it less and less and find it more boring. Well, first of all, there's nothing wrong with, slightly burning out, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a thing that happens to everyone. It's human nature once you're doing a thing for quite some time. And you can try different openings. You can try experimenting with some of the stuff. That's, I guess, the most basic thing you can do. Try and play different openings. See how you like them. But also, as much as I would hate to lose a regular viewer, if you were to stop playing chess and if you were to stop being interested in chess as much as I was hate as much as I would hate that. There's nothing wrong with taking just a break. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Chess doesn't have to be be all or end all. So yeah. Sometimes, you know, you take a break and it gives you a better perspective on the game and why you like it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see, so I'm 2 pawns up. For the moment, we are 2 pawns up. And alright, let's play here. I find these streams a chill time to relax. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you're saying even if you were to stop playing chess, you wouldn't stop watching, which I do appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's sort of the best praise possibly I can get from anyone. A close second is a like and share and subscription and notification bell and stuff. Second, very close second. I don't think I'll stop. I'll just play a bit less. Yeah, just whatever. You, of course, you're never under any pressure. Ooh. The world is your oyster now. You can do as you want to do. That's a song by the Cranberries now. Another band I don't expect you to know. Alright, so the knight is pinned to the queen. But if it goes there or there, the knight becomes magically unpinned. Because it protects the queen that way. At the same time, if the knight goes there, I could just capture it. So we can do this. And this basically forces an exchange of knights. The reason I rebranded because I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I don't know how to start. I have zero experience editing and kind of stuff. I mean, I suck at that as well. Do you have any tips? What is that going to be, like a YouTube chess channel, or what's that going to be? Or like a gaming channel? It depends on your expectations. It depends on your expectations, Mohammed, and what you want to do with it. Because let's face it, I don't wanna be negative. I just wanna put a realistic perspective on things, if you don't mind. 99.9 whatever number you could think of that is close to 100% of YouTube channels are going to fail from a commercial standpoint, from a successful standpoint. Like my channel isn't a success yet. Like my channel isn't an uproaring success by any stretch of the imagination. Like very few people get there, very few people. So whenever you start a YouTube channel, you shouldn't be putting pressure on yourself to like make it work. You can have this dream at the back of your mind that you're going to be a famous YouTuber. This is fine. In fact, if anything, this is, you know, quite encouraging. I'm just saying that it's going to be very difficult because of how difficult it is. And don't put too much pressure on yourself, you know? It's like, if your YouTube channel fails as a commercial or whatever thing you expect, then, you know, boo-hoo, it happens to like 99.9% of the people. So it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. The most important thing is trying to enjoy it as much as you can. And yeah, just basically that. Basically that. So that would be my tip number 1. Not a very technical tip, but, you know, more of a mindset tip. More of a mindset tip. No, he wants to mate me. Why do you want to mate me, my friend? This is impolite. This is not very polite. Let's see, so what's the best way to approach the situation? Go back here for a second, try to bid a couple more seconds. And I can go here. And I can go here. I can go here. Aha! That's a bit weird. I thought repetition might be happening, but not anymore. Aha, blocks my check. Wow. 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 My queen is now helping out with some of this stuff. Yeah, it's quite funny how that would be happening. How about this? And pre-move. Yes. Cheeky flag. Cheeky flag. Cheeky flag. Alright, let me read some of the messages. I started doing random games and what stuff. Scratch tutorials. What's that? Nice flag. I know, right? Very cheeky flag. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. GG. GG, my friend. GG. Yes, no, I see your challenge. Just give me a second to catch up with the chat, please. What's our scratch tutorials? What is scratching? Ah, right. Scratch as in language. Right. Okay. So coding. Okay. And if you don't have a title, it's gonna metagame the following. Now, I disagree, Snom. I think, like, I don't watch Twitch, but I do get these channels recommended with, like, hundreds of people watching on Twitch, and they're literally, like, 800. So, honestly, building a community around yourself is very independent from the rating. Have you seen some of those streamers? Like, you know, they're literally like 1,000 or 800. Yes, they still have like a bunch of people. So you can be that without like having a title. So I disagree. It does not depend on that. Frank. I don't know who Frank is, but yeah, let it be Frank as an example. I would do YouTube as more like a hobby. Would be happy with 10k subs. Well, 10k subs is already a lot. Like, you cannot imagine how much that is. Can we play again if none is in the line? No, we do have a couple of people in the queue, I'm afraid. I've sent you a game. Yes, like I said, I do see your challenge. I was just catching up with the chat. So here we go. I also recommend you get a video editor. I mean, yes, of course, like you must edit your videos. You absolutely must. Like, I suck at editing. I cannot do anything. I cannot do anything editing-wise. All I do is just simple cuts, right? And, you know, if I wanted, I just don't have time to invest into editing. And maybe that's one of my mistakes in that sense. Maybe if my videos are better edited, so like there's a bit more polish to them, whatever, they'll be better, they'll be more watchable. But I'm really bad at editing. Like, all I do is very simplistic stuff like a 5-year-old can do. And editing is a must, of course, an absolute must. What do I want my bishop? Do I want to go back as far? No, I guess I'll put it on here. I had a choice between these two, and I decided I would rather leave it on that diagonal. Snom, snom, snom. I do not like the way you're thinking. You've got a knight in a complete shithole, that can't help defend the king side. Yet I have so many pieces on the king side, and you are starting to expose your king side. This is not very good. This is not looking very good for you. Well, I'm happy. And yes, Challenger, so you are correct, my friend. What's your FIDE rating, though? My FIDE rating is not very big. I have been on an upwards trajectory last couple of tournaments, which suggests to me that I am better than my rating is currently. It's just that, FIDE rating, if you want to boost your rating in online chess, you just play lots of games and you get better and you boost your rating. If you want to boost your FIDE rating, you need to wait for a tournament to happen, and tournaments is only like 5 to 9 games, and that's it. So, yeah. At the moment, my FIDE rating is around 1500, which, like I said, isn't a lot, but I'm expecting to improve it, and I will do my best to improve it as well in the next tournament, which is in 3 days. Flash, welcome back to the stream, my friend. How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up with you? Came late, but I came. Oh boy, that sounds weirdly sexual. Welcome. No, it's just me. That's my problem. I apologize. And they're not available in every country. Yeah. That is also true. Why have multiple ratings? Couldn't you just use one? What do you mean, Kyle? Search the time in the pool. I mean, time in the pool, I would imagine around 4. Around 4. It's a night 6. Night 6, sure. 3 a.m. Okay, so 3 maybe isn't that bad. It's, yeah, well, if you're a night owl, then it's not a big deal. Only using one ELO rating across everything trust relate. Well, you can't do that because there are different formats of play. Like, I understand your sentiment, Kyle, but let's face it, like, realistically. How can you measure in the same way the quality of play that comes from classical serious tournaments and what we're doing here right now, for example? A blitz 5-minute game, you can't do that. You have to have a different skill bracket, so a different measurement, different benchmark for every format. I played a tournament, lost to a kid with 1900 FIDE. He was like 11 years old. Yeah, well, kids do beat kids. Can't do anything about that. You can't do anything about that, I am afraid. So, I'm just trying to think of maybe of a tactical trick, something to do with sacrificing here. Do I have anything so like sacks and then yeah. Yeah, so the problem is with a natural move like Queen F4 is like rook takes, and then I'm in trouble. I can't take back. I cannot take back. So how about we just be humble, we retreat and we focus on something else. Take the rook. Nah, I don't want to take the rook. Maybe I am just old and grumpy and confused and biased. But hear me out. Like when a kid is playing an adult, a lots of people like, yay, go kid. I'm like, no. Why yay, go kid? Like, why? Kids are under much less pressure when they play an adult. Like, kids just kids. They not okay. Saying that they don't care is a bit too much, but you know, kids just resistant to a lot of things that adults is thinking about. Adults are always under so much pressure, and kids always have the natural advantage of just being more fluent and quicker and just being hyperactive all the time. Like, when I'm facing a kid, I'm the one who's under the pressure. Why are you rooting for a kid? I think you know, trying to play chess as an adult is much more for an impressive feat than playing as a kid. You know, as a kid, you know, I could play chess as a kid. But that's probably me being, like I said, just grumpy and confused and stuff. Maybe I should take some copium. It's just that as a very late starter, like I started playing chess at 21. Well, almost 21. 20, late 20. And so I started from the very, like, from the depths of hell. From the depths of hell I started. And I was playing in pretty much kid tournaments. Like, it would be really bizarre. I would literally be almost exclusively the only adult, and it was really, you know, awkward. And and because it's like because these are kids tournaments, there would also be lots of parents around, because, you know, parents come to support their kids. And almost after every game, they would, you know, before every game, they would come to the kid and they're like literally in front of me. I'm sitting right there, and they're like, "Come on, beat him!" It's like, yeah, like pumping him up, like, which I don't have a massive problem with, but because it's like a competition, I guess, you know, deal with it. But it's just funny, and I'm like, okay, and just and parents are watching, and like I said, it's very awkward because and they're like. And every now and again you would get this whisper or this look. It's like, what's he doing here? It's like what? Why is he playing in a kid tournament? Mate, I'm not playing in a kid tournament. It's not age restricted. It's a beginner chess tournament. All right. It has nothing to do with age. It has just to do with the fact that I am starting to play chess at this very late age. It wasn't like an under 12 tournament. It's just that it's a beginner tournament. I just started. Okay, give me a bloody break. It was very infuriating. So that's why sometimes playing in these, like, against kids tournaments can be very frustrating. You get all kinds of odds stacked against you, and also people just being insensitive as well. You would think adults, you know, be please emotionally mature. Because, you know, you're adults and parents on top of that. But sometimes when you have a child, I guess, your just sensitivity and your emotional maturity goes out the window, because child is your sort of top priority, and you do everything to support the child, if you will. So yeah. And there is nothing wrong with rooting for your kid when you're a parent and such and such. GG, just flag me. Most adults nowadays aren't very mature. I would agree with that statement. It's just that I would remove the word nowadays. Like, adults generally, like, it's a general state. Like, nowadays, adults are not less mature than they were like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Just generally speaking, a lot of people have a lot to strive for with regards to maturity still. But yeah. Can I challenge you? Yes, absolutely. But we have a bit of a queue lined up, so you have to kind of wait a little bit, I'm afraid. So right now I'm playing Muhammad. Kids get way more time to practice here. Yeah, that is also correct, Muhammad. GG's. GG's. If I wanted to be nasty and if I wanted to rain on your parade, I would say that I lost a lot of time talking to the chat. That's why you flagged me, but I'm not gonna do that. But essentially, I just did it. Yeah. So we're basically kind of transposing into a d4, d5 position, weirdly enough. Yeah, but oh, I mean, yes, yes, yes. But yes, Muhammad is correct. Also, I think what people don't realize, and well, I don't necessarily know all of you guys' ages, but it's safe to assume that most of you guys are in your teenage years, or at least your late teenage years, mid to late teenage years. Some of you would be like even 12. I don't know, but chances are. Which you don't yet understand, and this is totally an age thing. 19. So you see, still in your late teens. Which you don't understand. This is totally an age thing. This is completely fine. This is nothing against you. It's just that you have no idea yet how much like adulting, so to speak, how much of your time it takes. When people ask me, oh, like, how do you combine your work and your chess? I'm like, combining work and chess is like the easiest thing to do. It's everything else that sucks. It's all the other things that you don't need to do as a kid or a teenager, but you need to do as an adult. Like your super basic things, like, you know, your groceries, your cooking, your laundry, like doing some stuff that is like connected with paperwork, some routines and stuff. Just and you of course, depending on your background, depending on what family you come from, what sort of upbringing you have, parents might start integrating you into these things very early on. So you might say, you know, I'm 12, but I cook for myself, which is I don't want a family anyway, so I'm not too worried. I don't have a family myself. I live on my own, but still, like, even without the like that's the thing. I don't even talk about family, right? I don't have a family. Yes, you know, just taking care of myself takes a lot of time. Just all kinds of activities, and yeah. Basically that's that. Instant noodles for the win. Yeah, well, can't live long enough, I say. Yeah. Instant noodles is such a early 20s thing. Like, yeah, when people say instant noodles, I think of like my freshman year at university or stuff like that. It's like, but yeah, but then again, I was a freshman when I was what, 17? So I guess not early 20s, more like late teenage years. But yeah, once you grow old enough, you ain't eating instant noodles. You want to eat like normal food. You want to eat normal food. Oh, Chess, please, welcome back to the stream. I don't think I have ever seen you on stream, but I do remember you commenting on my like posts and stuff, and I know you have a channel of yourself. And I have seen some of your videos as well, so yes, welcome, and yes, aren't you Irish? If I remember correctly? So yes, 30-year-old bloke from somewhere from the British Isles. Welcome back, or welcome, should I say? And yes, you are completely correct. Like, I could use a project manager myself, 100%, 100%. Parents used to walk 20 miles. Yeah, I don't believe them when they say that. Some used to do that, yes, but it's more of a meme than a true story. First time. Yep, I'm Irish. Yes, nice, good stuff. Thank you very much for the kind words as well. Thank you. Thank you very much, and I do appreciate. I don't remember how skilled you are chess-wise, though. I don't remember what sort of rating bracket. I think we might be in a similar rating bracket, to be honest. Maybe you're even better than me. I don't remember. From your videos, I don't remember. But yeah, if my tips helped you in any way, shape, or form, of course, I'm happy, very happy. Thank you. Yeah. GG, Mohammed, is not one of the best games, to say the least. Some of the games we played before, you put a bit more of a fight, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. What's the weather these days in Ireland? You having like a hot summer? I do see your challenges. Just keep them on. Keep your challenges on, right? Keep them on, please. I will get to them. Let me just catch up with the chat. People were talking about like cooking and stuff. Yeah, and Muhammad says double mouse slip. That's okay, my friend. It happens to everyone. Family are pressuring me to find a job, although I am 19. Well, I don't know what the situation is in Nepal and what like the economy and the society is. I gave up after the slip. Do not ever give up. Are you planning to attend some sort of college or university or stuff like that? Mostly I make myself carbonara or toast with scrambled eggs. I'm not a master chef, but it's whatever. Well, it's already good enough. They're simply kicking me out of the house, in other words. So basically, you turned 18 or 19, whatever is like a legal age in Nepal, and they're like, you're an adult now, get out. Actually, it stays for the summer. Wife is from here, so hanging out with the family a little bit. Oh, that's multinational family. That's awesome. Although, you know, still English speaking, but still multinational. Gotta bounce. Thank you very much for coming in, and I would encourage you to join more of my streams. We would chat a bit more. It's always a pleasure to talk with someone who's actually older than me. It doesn't happen very lot on the streams, but yeah, thank you very much, and I hopefully see you soon. Yeah, thank you. I'm preparing for JEE. I'm guessing these are some sort of exams, right? What are these about? Can we have a rematch? Yeah, like we just have to go through the cycle, right? So we still have a queue, and yes, we could have a rematch. I want to study. Yeah, but I don't know all the ins and outs of your situation, Flash, but I think if you do start attending college, I think letting you stay at your own house is fair game, right? I'm not saying that if you don't go to college, it's still okay to kick you out. It's not. But at least from the perspective of your parents who think that, you know, you must start doing something on your own, I think if you start doing college, then at least for them, it should be fair game to keep you in. It's the hardest exam in India. Well, I do wish you best of luck. Is that like a university entrance exam or something like that? Why would you need that? I will also move out when I'm 18, so in 2 years I'll be living alone. Send help. Yeah. I mean, look, it's yeah. Well, I do wish you best of luck, my friend, with that. What subjects do these exams cover? Are these like basic school subjects? Come on, let the matches resume. Well, let me talk to people. Yeah, give it a couple more minutes. So we have Wavehat next on the queue, and then we have Flash, and then it appears we will have Muhammad again. I will be choosing economics. You will be choosing economics. Interesting. Economics, You might be disappointed if you go through economics. Economics is kind of one of the... I don't know. I dare not speak about the things I don't know. I don't know how it is in Nepal. But economics, being a humanitarian subject, is vague enough to be somewhat useless in adult professional life. Right? So if you really go to study economics, then if this is something you really like, go for it. I'm not discouraging you, but be very careful with your expectations. I think there should be some expectation management. If you study economics, this isn't like a proper practical skill set that allows you to get a job. It's more of a broadening your mind kind of thing. Aldep, it's late, see ya, Mr. Streamer. Thank you very much, Snom, for coming. And yes, I think it's the first time you beat me, so congratulations on that. And yes, before you leave, make sure to like the stream. And if you have any friends, and this applies to everyone, if you have any friends that like chess, and invite them on the stream, because like I said, we just play each other and have fun. GEE has advanced level questions on math and science or engineering, basically. But you should be able to choose, right? So I used to like spicy food more when I was younger. I think for a lot of people it's a bit of an age thing. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but it does feel like the younger you are, the more you are keen to like and try and eat spicy food, and the older you become, the more okay you are with it not being all too spicy. But I know lots of like adults and older people who love spicy food, so it's not 100% like this. So you say I've done research in... Competition is very high. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. When it comes to engineering and technical subjects, competition is always very high. Yeah. Want to play a game? Shreyan, welcome to the stream. I'm not recognizing your nickname, my friend. Welcome. Where do you come from? And yes, I play everyone. It's just that we have a bit of a queue. And right now, we're having a bit of a break in play. Just a couple of minutes. So you have, like, still a couple of people in front of you. So I can't play you right now. But, maybe in about, it's safe to say maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, you will get your cue. So yeah, India. It's quite late in India. Like, what are you doing staying up so late? Like, I was not expecting many people from Asia to be joining me tonight because I'm streaming very late. Yet here you are, and I am grateful for your dedication. I'm just confused. Surprised as well. So yeah, Bishop. Should have played maybe Bishop C4. It's 11 o'clock. Well, not in India. It's not. It's not in India. It's not. In India, it's a slightly different matter. Slightly different, to put it mildly. It's 3:30. Yeah, that's now it's talking. Okay, I've got 3 recapture choices, and I don't know which one to choose. Here. In the King's Gambit, if you can't place Unite on E5, you usually want to. What time it is for you right now? I mean, I'm in Europe, so it's right. It just struck midnight. Now it's 1 minute past midnight. So I can do this. So I have a lot of pressure on this square, and I'm stopping castling. With both bishops staring at the king side, which is very nice. I can still castle both ways. Probably I'll castle inside. 3 p.m. right now for me. Yeah, like we've established. India is like 3:30. Does India have only one time zone? India is a big country, but it's very compact. It's very compact, and it's mostly most of India's size comes from north to south, not from east to west. So I would imagine it's very likely that India only has one time zone, although I might be wrong. I mean, yeah, of course, Kyle. Since you're from the UK, it's going to be like 11 o'clock. So, Shreyan, tell us more about yourself. Welcome to the stream. What do you do? Do you study? Do you work? How long have you been playing chess? It feels like there is way more than 6 viewers watching. It's just like, you know, everyone is active in the chat. One thing that I will always be proud of with regards to our community, and this is, you know, to you guys, and this is like, I can give you a bit of round of applause if you want, unironically, is that we may not be big, but we are very active. Like, sometimes you get these streamers that have like 50 people watching, yet barely anyone chatting, which is bizarre. And something that, you know, speaks volumes about how engaging they are, which only raises questions as to why, you know, people watching anyway. But if they're watching just to chill, that's fine. You know, I'm a bit of a different person with regards to that. Like, as much as it would be nice to have a bigger community, I take great pride in the fact that, you know, we may have 6 people watching and all of them chatting. That's amazing, because interaction is what I live for. Data scientist, awesome. So data scientist, how long have you been doing that? Because it's a very impressive career, data scientist. Data science specialists are a gem. Although in India, you know, there'd be quite a lot of them. There'd be quite a lot of them. Especially these days. Like engineers, data scientists, etc. Alright, so put the rooks on the 7th. That's the most important thing. Always put the rooks on the 7th. So I wonder which one our friend Babehav will prefer. So saving the bishop or trapping the bishop? So saving the bishop. Okay. Lag. My stream disconnected for a second or something. It's possible. We've had that today before. It's possible, but I was hoping that we're sort of over this. Okay. I thought my internet crashed. Well, it looks like we're back on, so that's okay. Looks like we're back on track. Can we play this? Do you have a FIDE rating? I do. It's not very high. It's not very high because it's not very, well, it's not super up to date, right? I play, last couple of tournaments, I talked about it actually on this stream before. I played last couple of tournaments I played. I was on the upward trajectory, which suggests to me that, you know, I am going to improve my rating, and my rating is not my playing strength, current playing strength. I'm better than my rating suggests, but who knows? Who knows? Right now, my rating is 1500. And I'm not particularly happy with it. It says 2 people watching. That it's definitely not 2 people. The YouTube is just behaving. But yes. Essentially, right now it's 1500. I hope it's going to be better. And I literally have a big FIDE tournament coming up. very, very, very soon. In 3 days, in fact. So hopefully we're going to get some more rating points there as well. What rating do you start with? You don't start with any specific rating. You start with a rating that you calibrate during your first FIDE rated tournament. So that, like, your first rating could be probably, if you win every single game against some higher rated opponents, I think your rating can be as high as 2000 after the first tournament. So yeah, it's just how these things work. I started with a much humbler rating. So you start as unrated and they give you a rating based on your performance. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. That is correct. So I need to be a bit careful about getting mated and stuff, because my king is getting slightly trapped. At the same time, this king is also quite iffy. Ooh. This is dangerous. There has to be like a mating net somewhere. Let me think. Well, it's funny how these things work sometimes. I don't want to get mated myself. Like, if rook ever came to a1, for example, that'd be mate for me. It's gonna be bye-bye. I'm just thinking how to prevent, like, these threats and try to mate myself. My bishop is a little bit dead. Yeah, I have a minute more. Let me think about it. Just I want to think about it a bit more. I think I didn't want to do this though. I think maybe now is the time to play e7. I think e7 works. E7 does kind of work, doesn't it? But so takes instantly, huh? Probably forgot that the bishop defends the pawn then. Skip ratings perform. I did not know that, Treyan. I did not know that. It's a funny little piece of trivia. And I do think that, you know, 2000 ELO is very rough. Like, it's very rough. Very few people get to higher than 2000 ELO, and you don't get a rating if you are below that. If that's true, if that used to be true, then it's very rough. But yes, GG, my friend. GG. GG. Also, yes, it is your turn, Flash. Just give me a second. A reminder, everyone, to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already for some reason, and click the notification bell, which is something that a lot of YouTubers tell you to do just out of habit, but I have a very specific reason. YouTube isn't very good at recommending my like keeping their recommendations consistent with regards to my streams. I had people come to my streams and enjoy them, and then just have them never recommended again, and they just forget about them existing and then never come back to streams, and they only remember about them when YouTube recommends them like a month later, and they come back like, whoa, I forgot, like YouTube wasn't showing me your streams. So clicking the notification bell eliminates that problem, and it always keeps you up to date, but it's your choice, of course. I would be very grateful. We are on the road to 50 concurrent viewers, which is quite a way off. Current record stands at 13. So every like, every subscription, it helps massively, expanding the community, etc, etc. And you are most welcome to join a Discord as well. That's the best way to be in touch with me, almost 24/7, and I'm always there. answering questions and that sort of jazz. So yeah. Don't forget that we have a weekly tournament as well. Hardly ever recommends small channels. Well, some do get some traction. Some not so much. Okay, Flash. Flash, let's see if you are as quick as the Flash. Alright. And normally, keep in mind that normally we don't stream that late. Today is a bit of an off day. Because normally we stream earlier. But because of the inconsistency of my workload, I can't always predict when exactly I will be available. So today just turned out to be that I'm available very late. My alternative channel gets thousands of views because it's all shorts. Yeah, I mean YouTube is a very hard place. It's a very cold, harsh, hard place, isn't it? Yeah. That's why when like small YouTubers and small streamers, they ask for like any kind of support. I'm not talking about myself even. I'm talking about like any small content creator when they're asking for support. If they're really worth it, you should try and support them in any way you can, because again, it's up to you to decide whether they are worth it, whether they are worth your support. But if you think they are, then support the hell out of them, because if you're not supporting them, no one is. YouTube is very hard, and so is every other platform. So at the beginning, a lot of people give up because they don't find that platform of support. And that's how dreams die, literally. So, yeah. Happy International Chess Day, Blood. Is it today? Is it the 20th of July? Is it really? I sort of missed that. Happy International Chess Day, then, if it is true. What? I'm very bad. I'm very bad at keeping track of holidays, to be honest. Especially if they are like a bit of a niche thing. But yeah, happy International Chess Day, everyone! Woo! I mean, I guess we're going to celebrate it kind of tomorrow. You know, tomorrow when I stream. Yeah, so I gotta be a bit careful with some of my stuff here. I want to play Bishop B7, but I don't want to put my bishops in the file, both of them. That would not be nice. But okay, let's do it nonetheless. When are you playing? Are you playing football there? You said it's a big field though. Sorry, football? Oh, I don't think I mentioned football. Hardly anyone watches videos on my main channel and returns. Yeah, that's... but sometimes it's also about the content quality. I don't mean to presume anything, but you know, when you are like an amateur, small creator, sometimes the quality isn't just there as well. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is about you. I'm not saying that it is about you specifically, Kyle. No, it's just that sometimes you've got to be, as a small creator, humble enough to understand that if you are small, why would anyone care about you unless your content is like top notch? Because like why would anyone watch your videos as opposed to someone who's more polished and bigger? Unless they see potential. They shouldn't be supporting you just because, you know, just because, right? It's not how it works. So yes. You're sad you're going there. It's massive. football, maybe you misheard something, my friend. I don't recollect anything like mentioning football and going somewhere. But where was I going where it's massive? What was I saying? No, I don't think I mentioned anything close to that. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so how dangerous is that? That's the question we need to answer for ourselves. How dangerous are these threats? Your forehead? What? What? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or a pun? What? Do I really want to play G6? Am I playing good? LOL. Well, we'll see. We'll see depending on the outcome of the game. But I lost the bishop. Are you getting some material back? JK, I need to sleep, so I thought for a joke. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't get the joke. Also, yeah, a lots of, you know, I don't want to be overly judgmental, but it's I know I have a big forehead. Okay, like I've been pointed that out like for as long as I live, for like 25 years, you could say, and it's not the most pleasant experience to be always reminded of that. I don't like to be judged on my appearance, especially the factor that I cannot control. I cannot readjust the size of my skull or my forehead. Yeah, and yeah, it's not the most like pleasant thing to be talking about, especially like yeah. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so knight goes here, and I do wish you like a good night. You know, have some good rest. I think everyone deserves just a bit of good old rest sometimes. Why don't you grow hair? LOL. Well, it's not as easy as it is, my friend. If it was that easy, then maybe I would have done it. Maybe I would have thought of that. But I also can't grow hair very much. I'm actually, you know, speaking of something that is, you know, also quite sensitive to me, I am 20, you know, I'm 25 and my hairline is already retreating quite massively, and there isn't much, I'm told, that I can do, and it sucks realizing that I might be like getting bald before I get to 30. It's a scary thought, and it's not the most pleasant conversation to have. So yeah, whenever someone says, why don't you grow hair, LOL, to cover your forehead, yeah, maybe I thought of that at some point, didn't I? Maybe it's not that easy, I'm afraid. So yeah, it's not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant thoughts. Maybe I get lucky and it stops retreating. This is when you know that you are, you know, suddenly getting old or stuff like that. Oh, it's weird. It's bizarre to be like that. Did you know that tin or aluminum represent the 10th wedding anniversary? Oh yeah. These things are actually very common to be observed in the Eastern Europe post-communist world, I would say. Like, I don't know how much people care about these anniversaries in the West. I don't know. But like in Russia, in Belarus, in like in the post-communist countries, in the post-Soviet countries, people do care about these things like a lot. They mark like first year I think it's paper. Second year it's, I don't know the English name for it. GG. Jesus, like 5 year, is it wood 5 years? and then you have your silver at 25, your gold at 50, and all these things in between. I just don't remember. I used to know more, but I forgot. So yeah, like people do proper care about these things here. So yeah, aluminum, tin. Yeah, so in Russian it would be like tin with 10th wedding. Yeah, not aluminum, I would say tin. Yeah. All right. So yes, Shreyan, could you please challenge me now? Now I think it's your turn. And just find me on chess.com by my name that you can see on the screen. And do the thing. Do the thing. Just make sure that the game is unrated. It's fine, bro. You look very good, anyways. Good night. Thank you very much. I didn't mean if I said anything that that maybe offended you. It wasn't meant to be this way. It's just that whenever it's about headline for it, I get sometimes a bit sensitive, which I hope you can understand when you hear that from people all your life and when you have to deal with that problem. Like I don't wish it on anyone to be 25 and have your hairline retreating. So yes, thank you very much for the best wishes and good nights, and please do come back. Do you know the 3n+1 math problem? I know of it, but I'm not good enough anymore to be like speaking about math at any level of competence. Like I used to be good at math at school, but not anymore. But yes, I do know of that. Is it my turn after this game? Yes, Marmot, it is correct. I hate algebra. Yeah, I was always more of a geometry guy. I was decent at both. It's not like I was terrible at algebra and I was good at geometry. I was decent at both, but I was more of a geometry guy. I watched the Veritasium video on that. Yeah, Veritasium is very good. Veritasium is like proper old school. Oh, Jesus. Veritasium, how old is this channel? Very old. Jesus. Algebra sucks. If you like geometry, do you play geometry? Yeah. I don't play mobile games at all. I think that I was about to say that mobile games are a bit of an age thing, and you stop playing mobile games once you reach a certain age. But at the same time, I have examples of people that still play mobile games a lot, although they are my age, so I guess that doesn't work. I guess that doesn't work like that. Man, it does trap my bishop a little bit, but it's a bit risque. It's a bit risque. I don't know. We'll see. It's on PC too. Yeah, that is correct. That said, that is correct. That is correct. So, what was I saying? Yeah, when I was like a teenager, I used to play some mobile games, but I don't like mobile games. I think mobile games have really degraded. I think the peak of mobile gaming was like 2014. Honestly, I think in 10 years, barely anything good came out, and it's just rehashing everything. And mobile gaming is just play normal games. Play on your PC. Why would you play mobile game? If your argument is that I want to kill time when I'm commuting to like school or something like that, do something else. Jesus Christ. You can still do it on your phone, but just don't game. Do something else. Listen to a podcast. Watch an educational video. Read something. Like, mobile games are just a subpar way of killing time. It's like, it's the instant noodles of time killing mobile games. You have your carbonaras, you have your... let me see. Oh, interesting. You have your carbonaras, you have your bolognese, and then you have instant noodles, which is mobile gaming. Most are fake ads now and they're all trash. I mean, as much as I don't like mobile gaming now, and I never liked it too much in general, it would be very stupid of me to admit that there are not good games out there. But yeah, most of them are quite trashy. Most of them are quite... That is true. So Bishop goes there. Let's see, so I'm down a piece, so it's not very pleasant to start with. They have a massive center, which, of course, Alekhine style, I'm trying to destroy. Usually, like, this would be a good move, but nah, for the moment, it's not. My queen literally doesn't have any squares. Oh, sorry. It's quite late here, but, you know, I don't have any rights to complain, because you guys have it even worse. Those of you from like India and Asia, so I can't really complain. If I'm sleepy, then what does it say about you? Okay, I actually think that screw it, we'll do it. Because I need squares. I need squares. Once I get my rook active, I need squares massively. I need a bit more space. And I want to open things up, maybe like punish this insolence with a king. I haven't watched... What? Sorry? What was that sentence? Sword and... what? What's this? I have seen up to XYZ. What's that? What? Sword and what? Is that supposed to be shield? Is that a game? Or a video? What's that? I'm probably missing the point completely. So, what we have seen here, ladies and gentlemen, is a classical example of a clearance sacrifice. It might not be a good one, I don't know, but we basically sacrificed the pawn. We have dissolved some of the things on the queen side so that I have more space, and I have this very good knight on c4. That's the idea. That's basically the idea behind that sacrifice. And I can take that pawn at the very least. I'm usually not very greedy with regards to taking material, but it doesn't look like a bad idea in this specific scenario. Doesn't look like a bad idea. And I need to be very careful. Like, I could protect the knight with something like queen b6, but then the knight gets pinned, and I'm gonna go cry. NFS Shift is the best mobile game ever. I was on 5. That's tablet. Broke. I haven't been able to play it again. Oh, what stops you? What stops you from playing it on your phone? So, I'm basically moving my queen to the only spot where it can go and have an impact on the position. But the problem with queen a5 is that I'm leaving my king side way too exposed. Like, look at this. This is looking actually very scary. And my queen in a5 may be proved to be eventually misplayed. It's not on the App Store anymore. Okay. Why would it be removed? Some people got offended because cast too quick. I don't know. The best Need for Speed game that I played was... A lot of people say Most Wanted is the best game. in the NFS series. And objectively, they are correct. I think Most Wanted is the most polished experience, and it was just a massive step from Need for Speed Underground 2. But I still prefer, maybe it's just nostalgia speaking, I still prefer Need for Speed Underground 2. It's just, I don't know, it's one of my maybe top 20 favorite games of all time. I could play it for a very long time. For some reason, I don't feel the same way about Most Wanted. You know, even speaking about these games makes me feel really old because, you know, probably you guys never played Need for Speed Underground 2 because it came out, I think it was 2004. Some of you would not be born. So yeah, probably you don't have much of an association in your head when I talk about this game, and it's fine. I'm more of a Forza kind of guy. It's fine. I never got to play it, but I hear it's like okay. I hear it's okay. I'm literally so tired of my queen not having any squares. It's ridiculous. So goes there. Well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. What, knight here? Well, if knight here, I'm just gonna take it with the rook. Basically forced to do that. So here. Funnily enough, it looks like we're both not the quickest players out there. Which is interesting. Because normally when I play people of my level, I get flagged terribly. But it hasn't been the case. What about I do this dirty trick? Can I get away with it? Yes. Yeah, it doesn't feel earned. I apologize to my friend there and I dirty flagged them. Epic time scramble. It's not epic, it's just stressful. It wasn't a good game. I don't deserve to win probably, but it's late night. GG, my friend. It was a dirty flag. I take no pleasure from that victory, and I probably didn't deserve to win. But it's just that it's late night, and not best condition. But like I said, it's even much later at your place, so probably I should shut my mouth. Yeah. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll definitely be streaming earlier, so we can have a better quality game when we're both sober. Yeah. Yeah, I think after this game with Mohammed, I'll be ending the stream. But a great conversation. I hope. And yes, good night, and yeah, come back tomorrow, and if you can, if you want. And yeah, have a good night. Yeah, and after this game with Mohammed, I'll be ending stream because yes, it's I'm hardly able to speak. The stream has been good. I hope so. I hope so. When will the stream be? I don't know. It's always with these streams. I don't know. Much earlier than today, almost certainly. Much earlier than today. By how much? Can't tell. But yeah. Just before we finish the stream, we're not ending it just yet because of course we're mid-game. But final reminder to like the stream, to make sure the notification bell is on. And yeah, tell more people about the stream. Tell them, you know, there is this guy on YouTube that is like okay-ish at chess. And you know, you can play with him online and have a good conversation and have fun. So yeah, if you can do that, do that. So yes. We castled opposite sides, which means it's gonna be, you know, just a race, a mad race to try and mate. Interesting. Interesting decision. I don't think that Muhammad should be allowing my knight on the floor. It stopped me from pushing b5, sure, temporarily at least, but now even with the capture of the knight it's even worse because it opened up this. We at 4. Hi Ibrahim, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I'm not recognizing your nickname. Are you new to the stream? How are you doing? Where do you come from? Kind of want to play this, but I don't see any merit in it. What do you mean, we at 4? What do you mean by that? Yeah, fine. I guess I will play this because I don't have that many good ideas. I'm expecting something like rook here, of course, and I will be just putting the queen behind it and the rook behind it. Rook there. It's unexpected. Unexpected does pretty much the same thing. Does pretty much the same thing. Now the queen gets to infiltrate. Yeah, I can take this, for example, and I can develop my rook with tempo, and this looks like mate to me. So yes. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, sorry, had to address something. All right. Anyway, so yeah, good game, Mohammed. Good game. Bad King safety indeed. Bad King safety indeed. GG. Well, at least that wasn't the game with the mouse slip. At least I hope. All right, people. So yes, thank you everyone for coming. Thanks everyone for the games. It's been great pleasure to have you again for day 3 of our marathon. Don't forget to like, sub, notification bell, all that good stuff. And tomorrow again, expect the stream at some pretty random time of the day. Not sure exactly when, but do come again. And yeah, I'm sending much love and I wish you the best for the rest of the day. And yeah, Broccoli, yeah, welcome. And yeah, I'm just ending the stream. I'm sorry. Do join us tomorrow. It's gonna be earlier. And yes, I'll talk to you guys. Bye bye. Cheers. See ya.